Howdy folks, Zelgrax here. Welcome to a new series of Factorio. Factorio is a factory building game, I suppose. That really doesn't do it justice, but kind of explain more as you go on. But the basic gist is that we will be trying to get to the point where we can build a rocket to escape the planet. That may sound a little bit similar to the premise of RimWorld, but this one is rather different. So, I'm going to go ahead and set up here. Going with Rail World because my goal here is to go very rail intensive and kind of bring things into a central area and looking to create a very dynamic and different playstyle. Basically, I have an idea of what I want to do, and we're going to see how it turns out. Basically, so basically, what this means is resources are going to be far apart, but they will be large when you do find them. Happy to have water, trees, and cliffs. Cliffs add frustrating variety to it, so we'll see how that goes. I'm going to put on peaceful mode. And in fact, I'm going to turn off enemy bases altogether. Reason being, there are alien monsters. I don't really care for them. It's not really the type that I'm looking for, honestly. Other than that, keep everything the same as it is. Don't have to worry about pollution, basically, because we're not doing alien bases. So that's fine. So I think we just start. The start is kind of slow, honestly. There's some resource gathering and stuff that you have to do. And so it takes a little while to get everything going. We're going to go ahead and take care of that right now. So if I zoom out, this is the world. This is our little guy right here. He has a little pickaxe and various other bits and bobs on him, and this is a nice starting area. So typically the game will set you up with all four of these resources nearby. This is iron, coal, copper, and stone, and this is what you want at the beginning of the game, is access to all of these. The fact that they're so close is actually wonderful. You also start with one drill and one furnace. And what we can do here, that has now fueled them with the wood. Let's get some coal and we can fuel them further. Actually, I don't even know if we're going to need to do that. We're going to pick up this iron plate and we're going to come through here. This is our crafting menu. We want to be able to build more drills. So to do that, we're going to need some stone. Let's go ahead and get some stone while this keeps making iron plates for us. And we do have a bunch of those, but we need at least 10 stone before we can build that next furnace. So it's a little bit sort of, like I said, a little slow start. That's just the way it works. It looks like we have a relatively flat area around us to the south. There's that water there, which is good. We need water for our power supply early on. Okay, so we can get one of each of these again. Although, actually, what I want is a second. I want to be able to get a second drill. I think we need another 10 stone to get that. So let's go ahead and get 10 more stone. We're not really pushing things yet. Basically, there's a constant drive for more advanced technology. And for now, I'll go ahead and just pop this down here. And let me get these as well. So these are now on my toolbar, which is nice. And then, so these need a fuel source to run. If you put 2 coal miners together, then they are producing coal and feeding into each other, thus making sure that they can continue running. And then you just steal their coal and they keep going. And then we steal this. And then let's make another one, and let's start getting some of this stone mined for us. And in this case, all we're going to do is create a little box. We're going to say stone goes in there. And you can just work pretty much forever. So we pop the coal in. Grab coal, grab iron, and they I see they have wood, so they're not accepting coal for now. Okay, let's come back here. Oh, I think we picked up the coal. Right. Yeah, that gave me the coal back. I forgot one of the mods we have is autofill, where it's putting everything in for us. Which means when we place down these burner drills, they actually. Let's have another one of those. They it's stocking them up with coal from what we have on our person immediately. And now we're going to get a second one. Like so. Let's actually come in here and we're going to take out this wood. We're going to take out this wood. And let's grab this coal. There we go. And we will go ahead and we'll set up one more. Oh, those only take 5. I thought they took 10. No wonder they've been so easy to craft. Let's get some copper going too. And then we can start working towards automation already. So we will need some copper, which we now have. So that gives us the ability. And you can see this is your crafting queue here. And so each thing you build, this one requires iron gear, electronic circuit, and pipe. You can make those from their base ingredients, which is the iron and copper here. So eventually, the goal here is to automate as much of this as possible. We're going to need a lot more iron. There we go. And then we'll queue those up as well. Let's wander down to our water. And let's just, so this is our starting map. There are no other resources on this initial map. So everything we see is what we have. Long walk down here. Let's actually grab some more wood on our way. And the reason we're doing that, right now our power cables are only available to us because of the power of wood. Eventually we'll move to a non-wood based platform. Oops, wrong one. Nope, still wrong one. Oh dear. Let's go with this one right here. So now we have. Yes, I will make those. We're out of copper. Okay. So now we have an offshore pump that, despite not having water, does somehow magically. Despite not having electricity, pumps into here. So this is a boiler, which then runs a steam engine. This requires coal to run. And then this complains about not having power, despite the fact that it is, in fact, a power supply. So we're going to run back up here. Okay. I'll grab this wood while we're on our way. Grab more stone. Grab copper. Grab iron. Grab coal. We now have a lot of coal. Let's go ahead and just get all of that created. And then we want one more steam engine. Oh, I think we just stole the coal from that. Yes, we did. Fuel those guys up to the max. Now we have some coal to take with us. Okay, we're just going to bring the power all the way up here. This is kind of our central area, so this is fine for now. Each pump can power 20 boilers. And each boiler can maintain 2 steam engines. So you're looking at a ratio of 1 to 20 to 40. And that's what we're currently building on right now. We have no power demands. So if you look here, this will not run unless it's needed, which is great. Let's go ahead and just pop this coal in here. So we need none, so we power nothing. Not a problem. I think each steam engine produces enough for I think it's just under a kilowatt. Okay. Now we would very much like to build a lab. This is how we will advance our little economy here. We're going to go ahead and build all the stone furnaces we can as well. And you can see the, I guess because they're blue, that means they are working towards a gray item. So these are like sub crafting items. We definitely would like to get a couple more of these. So let's go ahead and do that. And in fact, let's do one more. Grab coal. So now we're generating a lot more iron. Go ahead and do that as well. We do have our lab. Let's pop that on our little thing for now. This is just going to be a temporary science lab location. Okay. We have not started any research. We need to. Automation is basically the aim of the game. So we're going to start with some automation. Now, we need science. So, if we look at this, this requires 10 science. It takes 1 science, 10 seconds to use. We need 10 of them total. So, if we come into our crafting menu, we can, based on what we have in hand, right-click creates 5 of any particular item. So I'm going to create 10 science packs and get going. What automation is going to give us is assembling machines and long-handled inserters. What we're working towards is starting to automate the transportation of items, and that is ultimately the goal, is to create one giant automated monstrosity. We already have some. Let's go ahead and pop these in. They'll start working already. We can start working on the next ones as we go. We have some stone. Let's go ahead and turn that into more boilers. Build some more here. I said boilers, I mean burning drills. Burner mining drills. We'll expand our coal output as well here. Looks like we need some coal here. Grab more copper, grab more stone. Might not be a bad idea to get an additional stone. It may not be necessary. But definitely, if we, let's rotate you. Let's pop down a couple of these guys. That's 50% more coal. And then make sure we're still we keep going. Okay, we have a lot of iron now. That's good. We need to go ahead and pop in our remaining research here. We already have enough power, I think, to start considering what happens next. And so what happens next is we start getting things to do stuff for us. Part of that will be helped by getting electric mining drills. But what we really want to do is get belts. And what belts are going to do, this is kind of the centerpiece of Factorio, is having the belts do the work for you. So that's what we're building towards here. We're going to take resources from here and start putting them into buildings. So we've completed our first research. Next up, we go for logistics. This gives us the ability to really start manipulating what happens with these items. So let's go. And then we also need some assembly machines. And the assembly machines do crafting for us, so we're not having to get our hands dirty anymore. I think for now, probably good with the amount of belts we have. So let's start moving on to these assemblers. And we also want to start working on the electric drills, actually. We'll queue those up. If you queue one up at a time, it just does what's needed for one. If you queue all 5 up, it'll do all of the gears, then all of the wires, then all of the circuits. So it's and if you just queued everything up possible, you would be waiting a very long time, basically. We do need to restock here, so let's do that. Okay, so we have some assemblers now. Pop them down here. Okay, this one I want to make gears. And what we're going to do is we're going to take some of our belts here and start running this down. Then we'll need to bring power over. That may bug me, but it's not quite lined up right. Okay, we now have power. We also are going to need some inserters. Probably all of those and then some, actually. Let's make some more. And then we're also going to need some more boxes. So, inserters. On here, we're going to be using these a lot. And what these do is output your products. Can we get? Yeah, we can get one more of those. And then don't need to build any more of these. that goes in there. This goes into a box. And we're just going to let this go. Let's say we'll just queue up 100 at a time. Give me one more of those. Just extend this down a little further. There we go. Now it's all powered up nicely. So this will just keep going. Anytime we need gears now, we have some. That would be nice to have belts automated as well, which we can do. Belts require one gear and one iron plate. So now, already, we're starting to see our little empire emerge. We do need to pop some coal in here, so let's do that. And we need to pop some coal in here. There we go. Now, currently, we're only using one side of this belt. What we can do is here, we can oh, we got that electric pole in the way, that's fine. Do something like this. These top ones now will load onto the outside, because that's what all the inserters do, but then that outside peels around onto the inside. So it's just more effective use of this belt, of which we now have, sitting in storage, 54. Let's try these stacking, what, 100, I think? Now, we have there's a slight delay here. What do we... I'm tempted to speed that up by just adding a second. No, it's fine. It's fine. Now we need some more coal. Thank you. There we go. Pop some coal in there as well. At the moment, the only thing we're using stone for is these furnaces, so let's go ahead and get them done. Now what we could also do here, we may as well, let's just set up one more just to keep a steady supply of iron plates for us. That way everything doesn't get used up by the belts. We are also going to we do have some electric miners, correct? Yes. What do we need for more? We need more iron plates. There we go. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to set up, we're going to automate our coal here. Down you go. And right now we don't need a lot of coal. We're going to keep this set up to fuel everything that's going on here for now. But ultimately the goal will be to automate everything. I'm going to come all the way down. Oh, I don't know how I shifted sideways there. And we're going to provide coal to our power supply. And so what we use here, we want a single, we just had enough, burner inserter. So this inserter runs off coal, which means that it will always be able to supply this, which is good. We still are nowhere near using up our full supply, so we're fine. Here comes the coal. to supply our power, we can now forget about that. We have enough coal going there to last us a lifetime. Next up, we want to automate on some level this red science. So red science requires just regular copper plate and then gears. And it's what, ratio of 1 to 1? Yeah. So let's just set this up. You know what? That's ridiculous. Let's set it up down here. This way we can funnel straight in. Okay, you need copper and gears. Okay, you are going to make gears. We are going to pick up assorted items here. Let's grab these as well, and this. Okay. I'm going to need a bunch of inserters. We'll just do those power cables while we can. Probably some boxes. And we might as well just queue up these mining drills while we're at it. We're going to take this copper here. Yes, I did put belts on here. And this is, a lot of this is temporary solutions. So, just going to ignore the fact that I'm going right through my coal supply there. Okay. So once we send some power up here to these mines, they'll start producing copper. And as soon as they do, we'll start turning that copper into copper plates here. Now what they also need is coal. I think we're just going to manually fuel these with coal for now. So they have 50 coal each, and then this guy needs iron plates. So let's also set up some iron. We'll do the same thing here. Need to run some power over. Okay. Again, there's a lot of inefficiency here. That's fine. These guys are full. So as soon as this iron trickles down and in, we're all set here. What's this ratio? Yeah, it's 1 to 1. It's just going through this quicker. That's fine. We'll just let it be for now. Queue up more mining drills. We are going to automate those, but not anytime soon. So now we're working on logistics, and this is not going to be particularly quick. We're making one every 5.5 seconds, but logistics goes at 1 every 15 seconds, so we're ahead of what we need. What we could do, if we grab some more iron, build some more Let's just cancel these for now. And then we can queue them back up. Let's build a couple of labs here. And we can just extend our science capabilities. That's 1, 3, so 1, 2, 3, right there. So this is obviously more than we needed here. Let's keep grabbing this stone, keep making these. We have 40 of these. This is good, but we actually want a lot more. We need to restock on coal over here. So let's do that. And you can see some of these belts are starting to fill up now. And that's a good sign. Okay, we have those labs, so let's go ahead, pop them in. So we're not going twice as fast. Eventually, we should, I think, yeah, we should in theory just stay to the point where we can run all 3. We'll see. It looks like they try to keep a certain number in at all times. So I think we're actually mostly still going to end up running 1 here. And obviously we could speed this up by making more of these, but we're not going to for right now. So, I think this is probably a pretty good opening start. We have science going. We're making progress here. We have power, and we have a decent amount for now. We are going to want to expand that power. In fact, let's go ahead and get what we need to get that going. And what we need is a lot of iron. So we want 1 boiler. In fact, let's get 2 boilers, 2 steam engines. Sorry, 4 steam engines, 2 burners, and yeah, 1 pipe, and that should cover it. One of the nice things about this is if you're standing on a belt, you go faster. If it's going in the direction you're going. Walking against the belt makes you go slower. And there's our research complete. Let's just add in here. And to enable us to get the power poles to everything, leave a 1 gap here. That's what that that's what the pipe there is for. So we now have 3 times as much power. So we're capable of producing about 6 megawatts, and we're using considerably less than that. As for research, what we want to do is move towards railways. So that means going towards logistics too. Does it? Yeah, it does. Which we can't do because we don't have the right research for it. So instead, we work on the 2nd level of research. Actually, no, I think we go for electronics, and then we move to fast inserters, and then we start going towards whatchamacallit, trains. Trains is the long-term goal here for sure. Oh, right. We've already programmed that. So that will start working. And now they are currently in all 3. So yeah. this is first look here at Factorio. I think we're currently on, still in the early build phase. But yeah, it's getting to the point where it's nearing release, and inevitably that will break everything. So that's good. And then we just start again. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.